Whoever said you can't fit people in a 27-foot boat has obviously never lived on a boat with someone they're very in tune with.
Two people in a galley.
Tegan and I have mastered the art of cooking and making coffee with two of us in my tiny galley at the same time, and surprisingly it works out pretty well.
People are nice, but it's only for the tips. The weather's fine, but it's nothing I would miss. My only friends are the ones I left behind. Wish I could see them just for a moment, 'cause I don't know anybody here. It's awfully lonely. I smile, but they just stare, and I see misery everywhere. It's getting to me. I cry, but they don't care. Oh, I'm getting lost in the commotion, and the sound is way too loud, 'cause I'm not the...
Tiga and I are off for Musket Cove. I've done a lot of work and feel like I'm ready to have some fun. So we've been buddy boating with our friends on Uhuru, which is in Oyster 62 I've been buddy boating with them for a couple months. I met them in French Polynesia a long time ago now, and they're going up to this island that's about 25 miles north of here, but there's no wind, and I just motor so painfully slow on the Geck, 3.5 knots, so loud I need to wear earplugs. I kind of jokingly told James, I'll go with you guys, but only if you give me a tow, and he said sure. So in true gecko fashion, I'm getting another tow. We're gonna meet them out by the pass and gonna hook up to them, and they'll just pull us the whole way there. So the setup that I have this time, because it is a slightly longer tow, and I mean this is purely for fun, we're just dicking around. I have this black bridle here that I've put through the fair leads and led to my deck cleat, and then onto that I've tied the line that I'm going to use for towing, so that when Tiga throws the heaving line, she doesn't have to worry, everything will be all set up. So for her to be able to get the line over to Uhuru, I'm using this line as a heaving line, and I'll maneuver my boat close enough to Uhuru that she can throw it, she'll toss it over, they'll hook it up to their bridle, and hopefully we should be good to go. So here's the heaving line that I've just clove hitched onto the end of this, which I just put a bowline on, and I flaked it all out on the deck. This is the world's most annoying line, 3-strand, and it's all stiff and old, so it just loves to tangle. So I put it in a really big coil. Hey, new plan. My engine just started making a bunch of black smoke all over my boat, so I had to turn it off. I was hoping to get a little further from the reef than this, but can't use the engine anymore. So how do you feel about picking me up here?
Yeah, we're on our way. If you get your bridle ready and just tightly by on the start side.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, we're all good to go. I'll have Tiga up front with a little heaving line to throw to you guys. So it should be pretty smooth, but yep, I'm dead in the water.
Yeah, in a second.
I know this seems like an insane coincidence, and really truly it was, the fact that I was completely prepped with friends to be towed at the exact moment that my engine died. But I promise you that this is the actual way that it happened. Just a giant coincidence, and one of my options, had I not done this boat tow, would have been to just sail back to Denarau and get the, start working on getting the part fixed, but that's the boring option. I chose adventure. Alright, we are hooked up and moving at about 5.3 knots. Everything looks good. My engine still smells horrible. I'm gonna start diagnosing the problem now that we're all good to go. I'm just here in the control station at the bottom spreaders, taking some footage. Everything is so good, so easy, so quiet. I should always get towed. This is the good life. Added complication is that there is actually something wrong with my engine now, so I don't know if it was good that we were getting towed or what, but I am gonna have to troubleshoot the engine. So Tiga pointed out that it's silly we're getting towed 25 miles in the wrong direction, but I pointed out that we're planning to have a beach barbecue tonight, and that sounds fun. So hopefully the engine's an easy fix. Alright, we're approaching the anchorage now, so the plan is for Uhuru to pull me as close to the anchor spot as they can. We're gonna drop the tow line, and then I will quickly launch the dinghy and hop in and row my boat into position while Tiga is on the anchor getting it ready to drop. I do have old tracks from when I was here last, so I'm gonna try to just get that in the same position, that being my boat, in the same position that I was before, because I know that's a good space, and then I'll go in the water and hand set the anchor once we're all sorted. So we're also making deviled eggs. Yay! So it's a very serious situation. Okay, we have Tiga on the bow getting ready to pull the line in. I put my dinghy on the hip with the oars in it and the iPad in it, so that, and a tow bridle from the dinghy to go to my boat, so that when they drop us I can just go in the dinghy right away and pull us to wherever we're going. But my guess is that we're gonna end up pretty close anyway. We're getting close. I'm just gonna pull us a little more away from the reef. I think if I put tension on it, maybe you can through.
Don't know anybody here, it's awfully lonely. I smile, but they just stare, and I see misery everywhere. It's getting
Probably not.
I think it was impressive what you just did with the rowing.
Well, there was no wind, so it was easier.
Yeah.
If there was wind, I'd be fucked. Or then I would have just sailed, I guess.
Setting the anchor back here.
Okay. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm so out of breath, is jump in the water and set the anchor by hand. I did see if I could row the boat back to set it, but I highly doubt that it did anything. It was more just out of curiosity. I'm just disgustingly dripping in sweat, so I'm also very excited to get in the water. It's about 55 feet deep here, which is pretty deep to do what I'm doing, but I'll just take a little breather on the surface and it should be okay. She'll be right. Whoa, 16 meters.
Nice.
Alright, I set the anchor, just put on my dry bikini, and we're gonna go over to Uhuru to chat with them and make some plans for the evening. We are in very deep water. I'm probably in, I mean, I've swung into 60 feet. I think I dropped in maybe 55, 56. So it's a little deeper than I'm used to, but can't really be picky, I guess, when you don't have an engine. So anyway, at least there are two of us, and that's tomorrow's problem. Today's problem is, how many of these deviled eggs am I going to eat? The answer, many. Okay, bye. Today's day 2 in the Gecko Being Towed adventure. We're leaving from Manu Island and heading up to Navandra, which is about 9 miles north of here. I still haven't figured out what's wrong with my engine, so we are gonna get another tow from Uhuru, so we're gonna up anchor and then the wind will sort of push us slowly back towards them.
Hi guys, we're just lifting anchor now. Yeah, we're just lifting anchor now, if that's alright.
Yeah, that's perfect. We've done half of ours and we were just waiting for your call, so we'll do the other half and then just start drifting back on ya.
We'll then go forward and cut the line off you, so you should.
Awesome. Okay, our anchor is up and we are slowly drifting back onto Uhuru and Tiago. Tiago has their dinghy ready just in case, and we can always fend off of them. The wind is sort of pushing us sideways right now. The wind is kind of acting like a sail, yeah, the sunshade. But look at how pretty the view is. There's Tiago, there's Uhuru.
It's a cluster of boats.
Soup sandwich. This is what we call.
Just give it a shot, one.
It's actually surprising how much I need to adjust the tiller for the wind and stuff for the boat to steer straight.
Yeah. Also when they turn.
Yeah, are they turning again?
No. They're not going completely straight yet, I think.
Okay, we are approaching Avandra, so I'm just going to show you what we've been doing so far. It's like show and tell. So we left from Musket Cove, which is down here, and I had just gotten out of the pass here when my engine died, and then we were towed from Musket. This is not the best way to do this. Yeah, I came out this pass, engine died here, and then we were towed 25 miles from Musket all the way around to Manu Island here, where we spent the night. And then this morning we were picked up here, went around this way, and now we're heading towards Navandra, which is here. I just have my old track lines from when we were here last, and it shows where we were anchored, so I'm just gonna have this phone with me in the dinghy and try to put us in the middle of this yellow blob, just to make it easier, because yeah, I mean, we need all the help we can get with an engine trying to get the right depth and stuff, so it's nice to put the hook somewhere where I know is tried and true. Alright, we're coming to our drop site. There is a little bit more wind, so I have my sail ready to go. I'm gonna try to put the sail up and see if I can sail in, but I also have the dinghy on the hip ready to be deployed if I need it. My worry is that if there's enough wind, I won't be able to pull the boat with my dinghy, because I can't really pull against much. So I have both options today. There's not really enough wind to sail and just a little too much wind for the dinghy, so it's kind of a little bit of a crapshoot. So we'll see what ends up happening. As soon as you can get on the helm. Okay. And try to turn us into the wind if you can. Okay, we are coming towards the anchorage spot. Tiga's on the bow looking for bommies. It's a lee shore, which does make it exciting because we have to choose an anchor spot before it's too late, but I'm just gonna go exactly over my old tracks, even if there would maybe be a better spot, and not take any risks here, because yeah, don't feel like running aground today. There is a lot of reef in here, a lot of bommies, but luckily I'm just gonna go a little more upwind and then the wind should be on my beam. I should pick up a little bit of speed, going about 1.2 knots right now, and then I should, as long as the wind doesn't die behind the mountain, I should have enough way to steer in. All right, we're in, we're anchored. We're just putting on the sail cover and the sunshade, and then we will jump in the water because it is very hot. That went really smoothly. I love where we are. We dropped in 50 feet and swung back into about 40 feet. It gets shallow really quickly here and it gets corally really quickly here, but I think we're in a perfect spot, so hooray us. Sunshade's up, main is set. Now I'm just gonna jump in the water and hand set the anchor again. And there's sharks, which she is very excited about. So also, shark viewing party in T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pew.
And I see misery everywhere, it's getting to me. I cry, but they don't care. Oh, I'm getting lost in the commotion, and the sound is way too loud. 'Cause I'm not the city girl I thought I was. This town is bigger than the ocean, yet too small to fit the crowd. 'Cause I'm not the city girl I thought I was. No, I'm not a city girl. No. Oh, I'm getting lost in the commotion, and there's nowhere I can hide. 'Cause I'm not a city girl.
Okay, I am under the cockpit behind the engine, and almost immediately I found the problem, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. It could be worse, could be a lot better. Do not think it's fixable. It's possible that I could try to jury rig it, but I don't know how long I'd be able to use the engine for. Basically the whole exhaust thing, pipe, is cracked in half, so that's fun. We're underway. So this morning we sailed off the anchor in Avandra, and it was kind of sketchy because there wasn't a lot of wind and it was kind of an onshore breeze. So we got the anchor up and we ended up on the wrong tack towards the reef, and so I tried to jibe us around because we didn't have enough wind to tack, and we got pretty close to the reef. Then I threw up the head sail and we had to short tack through this really gusty section between reef on either side. Finally got out, and it's just been beautiful wind all day. We've been going about 5 knots. 30 miles to go to Denarau, where I'm going to grab a mooring and then try to get this problem sorted out. But our more immediate problem is that to get into Denarau, it's a long commercial channel, and then a bunch of docks and ferries and boats, and then the moorings are really tucked in there. So potentially I could sail down the channel, but once I'm in, I'm committed because there's no way I can sail back out again. Hello, we are coming up to the channel of Denarau. Just got a call from Uhuru and they said that they're ready to get us with their dinghy. So I'm gonna sail down the channel because it's dead downwind and there's incoming current, so it should be fine. And once I'm in the basin, they'll come out with their dinghy and side tie to me and then take me in onto the mooring. I don't see much going wrong except that there is a lot of traffic in and out of here, and if we are playing around and a ferry's trying to leave or something, they might get mad at me, but I mean, I'm a pretty obvious target, so. Sorry? I think once I get in further, it's gonna get tricky. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna have Tiga steer. I'm going to side tie you here fore and aft
Okay.
And then we'll keep sailing in until we can't anymore, and then we can use the engine. I think
On camera.
Yeah.
You'll post this in a couple of months anyway, it'll line up well.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's true. This one? This one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that looks like a 6. It's a 6 or an 8 for sure.
Well, we'll start here, work our way left. This is a great speed. Can we do neutral? Yeah, I think after...
Reverse on this doesn't exist, eh?
Oh no, that's fine. We'll drift in. If we drift over it, we drift over it. Are we lining up, Tiga?
Yeah, let's see.
Dead on.
Oh,
Do you
nice.
not film? Yeah, you are filming.
Yeah.
I get this.
Street
Brilliant
cred.
people. Yeah.
There's nothing to, I don't know.
There's 2 of you, just don't need to worry.
Yeah. I am behind the engine again, working on the manifold, and Tiga noticed something interesting when she was looking through the engine manual, that the part, so I have a big binder, hard copy, old-fashioned style. The part number was underlined and bookmarked from the previous owner, which means that, whoa, am I still in super view? I feel like my face looks weird. Hang on, that's better. I was starting to feel like I had an egg face. So to me that indicates that there has already been a problem with the manifold before, which is interesting. And then when I went behind the engine to take it off, it had new nuts on the studs that stick out. So this is a problem that's happened before, I'm guessing. Don't really know what that means, but it's just an interesting observation. Okay, I've got the manifold off. It's in 2 parts. Yeah. Manifold's off, it's in 2 parts. Part 1, part 2. It's just my brother, I've been wet sapping with him all morning, and he said it looks like it came off the Titanic. And I thought maybe if I go to the Titanic I can find one that's in better shape. This is the raw water cooling hose. It's not coming out of the end of this threads, but I thought if I bring it in like this, then at the shop they can come up with their own connection if they don't have this exact one. It doesn't. Okay, so this is the part of it that goes onto the engine. This is the flange, and you can just see it's totally full of stuff. Oh, there's the little hole. And then this end is the part that connects to the exhaust pipe output. This little piece is free spinning in here but not coming out. But I disconnected the whole line, and it actually looks like someone else did a very sketchy connection here. So I'm thinking they could replace this whole line, and then when they fabricate the new part for me, they don't actually have to use this fitting. They can use whatever they have on hand. Basically, I just need a hose of this size that connects to this somehow, so that actually gives them a little bit more wiggle room. So I'm gonna bring this in and just sort of walk around and find someone who will fix it for me. There's a boatyard here and there's a lot of shops, so I think, yeah, just advertise my situation and see what happens. Thanks for watching this week's video. I am currently sitting in a car by a beautiful stream. I put out new videos on YouTube every 2 weeks, and for my patrons, you guys get a little snack on the weeks that I don't put out a full-length YouTube video. Also, my patrons get messaging abilities with me, and they're able to request videos of specific things that they might want to see. So thank you to all of my patrons who are supporting me and making this possible. If you'd like to become a patron, it's patreon.com/wintippy. For one-time donations, I have a PayPal, paypal.me/wintippy, both in the description below. And then merchandise, I have a website if you want to look in the description below. I have t-shirts and fun other stuff if you want to join the Wintippy sailing crew team of logo wearing t-shirt people. Thank you, Tish, for helping me schedule these videos and get them out on time for you guys. I'm currently on a van trip in New Zealand, so today I edited this video in a cafe, and now I'm doing the recordings by the river because it's quieter. The cafe was kind of too loud. So anyway, that is all, I think, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Patrons, see you next week.